Hi, I'm Dave Purdy, founder and CEO of Wealth Management Midwest, and attached with this short video is our June market update. But I just want to talk a little bit about, do a little bit of housekeeping, which is kind of interesting. Back over 20 years ago, when Chad and I started Wealth Management Midwest, we wanted to partner with a firm that could offer financial advice based on the fiduciary platform. And a fiduciary platform, that just means it's in our industry, it's the gold standard. It's always putting the clients first, always treating the clients first, no matter what. And that's a fiduciary. And so we partnered with LPL Financial, as most of you know. And I'm proud to say that LPL Financial recently hit over $1 trillion in assets. So you take all the assets for LPL Financial, they hit $1 trillion. And when Chad and I started with the firm over 20 years ago, there was maybe a little over 3,000 investment advisors. Now there's 18,000. But to put $1 trillion in perspective, if you live for 1 million seconds, you live for about 11 days. If you live for 1 trillion seconds, you live for about 31,000 years. Wow, that's something. I mean, think of that. So that's a lot of money. And it just goes to show that the platform we're on and how we're doing business, it's great to be here. Getting to the market commentary, a lot of times I like to explain, you've got the weather and then you've got the climate. And, you know, living in Minnesota, of course, you can have some of those late springs and early winters and early falls and so forth. And I always like, but we know what the climate is. And I think like with the stock market, it's the same way. I mean, the market can go up and down and up and down and up and down. That's like the weather. But the climate for the stock market, I mean, we still have very low interest rates. We still have a housing market that's really strong. And we have companies that are earning money. And a couple statistics that I thought were very interesting that I read lately in the Wall Street Journal is this year, 2021, are going to be more new businesses started in America than in any time in history. More new businesses starting. The other thing is companies, they've got really the fastest pace in 22 years of share buybacks. And companies don't buy their own stock back if they think it's going to go down. Also, quarterly dividends, it's the highest quarterly dividend raises since 2012. So companies are paying more money. If they were worried about a lot of stuff, they wouldn't be raising the dividends. So we've got share buybacks, rising dividends, new businesses at an all-time high. And then, you know, you've got, I think the other thing is if you look at pre-pandemic, so before the pandemic started, the stock market is up 18%. From pre-pandemic, the housing market's up about 14%. And I think that they're forecasting it by the end of the year that the GDP or all the goods and services in America will be right in line like the pandemic never happened. So I think, you know, we are going to have the weather, it's going to be going up and down, but the climate, I think, is positive. So read the market commentary. If you have any questions, please give us a call. I'd love to visit with you and look forward to being in touch.